I think we've got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see what happens. Hey friends, welcome back to MTG. My name is Ken, and today we're seeing just how many tokens we can create with our commander, Baylen the Haymaker. So this is another one of those commanders I've been super excited to try out both on Arena and in paper. I love Naya, I love tokens, I love go wide strategies. It's very much my comfort zone, so I knew this deck would be a lot of fun to build, and it was a lot of fun to play. Before we jump into that, I just want to remind you, if you're enjoying these videos and you've not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. It means a lot to the channel, and it just lets us know that we're doing good and to keep creating these videos. But without further ado, I think it's time we hop to the gameplay. Okay. All right, well, it is a Naya token fight to the bottom. All right, opening hand. It's keepable. I like the mana. Spore Swarm is a good one to have. Fairy's Protection might just save us from a Jetmir swing, so you know what? It's alright. I don't mind it. Next turn we can go for the pass and then this on the end step. We did go first too, which is kind of nice. So we're going to end the turn. Guess we could have gone tribute first, but we can tribute later. It's a race. Who makes more tokens? Actually, I bet our builds are quite similar because we're really trying to do the exact same thing. Yes, King Darien is in this deck. We don't have the cool art version, but it's okay. We'll get some saplings. Look at that. We're in the lead. They're like, what card's that? You need that in this deck. I assume. I don't know. They're staring at it for a minute. Okay. Kalani Garden. That will give us another token. So I think now's the time we pull out the tribute. Again, I probably should have sequenced that differently. It's okay. It's a-okay. Nothing is wrong. Everything is great. Opponent needs to start catching up to us. Krenko will do that. Okay. Krenko is a definite must deal with threat. Yeah, when it attacks. Okay. Peregrine Took is also very good. We I think for now we just second harvest. Give ourselves more tokens. This time with counter. See? This is why I should have done it differently before. But it's fine. We're getting there. My computer is so loud right now. I don't think you can hear it, but it is fighting for its life. No attacks. Okay, we're pretty primed to cast by invitation only and deal with their problematic things. We'll see. If they start generating a ton of tokens, we probably can't do that like efficiently. So we will see. I'll go for Baylen as well, because we can start using our tokens for mana and card draw and counters and everything you can imagine. This card is so good. Beneath the Gal. Okay, see? Now they're starting to load the board up. All right. So, we... See, now things are getting scary. Okay, as for blocks, I will happily trade you here. And... oh, that was a leg. Okay, and then... 2 to Krenko. I mean, at least the Krenko's dealt with. Unless they sack their King, Darien. But I think that just protects tokens anyway, so... I don't know. Song of Totenzan. Ooh. That's very good. Alright. No land drop, which is a-okay. We do draw a card. Hey, a land. Okay. So that solves that problem. We could song for how many tokens do we have? 2, 4, 7. So that's 3, 4. We have 5 mana, 6 mana, sorry, to do stuff with. Do we just go for the song where X is 5? Maybe? I don't know. I kind of want to keep up with the Teferi's protection. Yeah, no attacks. Let's just hang out. This can actually get us a bear as well. We can do that on the end step too. It just depends what the opponent does. They are hurting for mana though. They're at 3 lands, no red mana. Well, they have the Signet. Never mind. They do have red mana. Okay, Jetmir comes down. Okay. Vigilance and Trample. Perfect. They will swing out maybe? Let's see. Yep, swinging out. Double strike. Okay, so we need 1 white mana, so we're going to do this first. We're going to tap 3. Go 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Rebel rousing. Waiting. Okay, perfect. Draw another card. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if Arena's being slow or... no, I think the opponent's just holding priority. Okay. And then... Teferi's protection. Saving our bites. Ooh. That is loud. Okay. How many creatures do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures. Oh, we're gonna be here a while. That was first strike. Okay. That was painful. 1, 2. Alright, so oh look at that. We have our own King Darien. Well, let's throw down a land. How much mana are we working with here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 mana, so it's kind of some weird math I'm trying to do here. We're essentially trying to sack 9 tokens. So if we go, ooh, X black rats, 2 equals a mana back. We have 1, 2, 3. So if we go X is 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 13, 12, 6. Okay. And then we should be able to use the by invitation only and clear their board and still have some of our stuff left over. Okay. A bunch of counters, which is nice. Okay. Then we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go. This is gonna take. We'll go white. We'll go 1, 2. Submit. God, this is so slow. You can't shortcut it like you would in Paper Magic. We'll go 2. Oop. Ah! Sequencing. I'm going as fast as I can. 3. White. 4. White. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're choosing 9. 9 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ta-da! Oh, that was a race against the clock. All right. We'll attack. Down to 12. Oh boy, there's a lot of maneuvering and clicking with this deck, but just remember, in paper, you can shortcut all that. Just tap all your stuff. Nobody will count. So opponent probably wants a board wipe of their own to at least kind of reset everything. Nope, they're just going for the bunnies. Well, can't be mad at that. So we will throw down a rabble rousing and see what we get. Awaken is bad. Hop to it is funny. I guess this is probably the best one to get. Let's tap you. Activate ability. Let's just go get a Temple Garden, pay 2 life. Put down a Peregrine Took. Get the counters. And then we're going to swing out. Cast our Queen. Get a ton of counters. And now Arena's moving fast. Draw a card. Okay, I think we are looking pretty good here. So we can beef up our Baylen quite a bit. Well, maybe not quite a bit. We can put like 4 counters on it, which is still pretty good. Okay, so who's getting double blocked here? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Tapping 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gives you trample, and that's game. All right. Well, that was a good one. We won the race against the Jetmir deck, so GG's. Oh, Dragonhawk. Okay, I have not faced this commander before. I don't even know what it does. When it enters or attacks, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. You may play those cards. Being next end step, it deals 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards that are still exiled. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I don't hate it. We'll see. Opponent is choosing whether to keep. All right. Opponent has chosen. We have chosen as well. We will keep. We will go Jetmir's Garden. Into the Wreath. Into the Argoth is how we're going to do this. Oh, it's a dragon deck. Oh, that's cool. Love to see it. Okay, what does this do? Add 1 mana, cast a spell of a creature type. Got it. Okay. Ooh, a dragon stack. That scares me. Treasure. That scares me. Ren's Resolve. Oh my god, that scares me. Roaming Throne. Okay, that bit's enough. We got the point. Alright, well. What do we want? Do we just go for the tokens? Probably. Or do we go? Let's go for the Caretaker's Talent first. Let's get this out. No attacks. So we can start drawing cards when we make tokens. Love to see it. If it survives. What's Mono Red? They can't deal with enchantments, right? Yeah. Just artifacts. Orb of Dragonkind. They can't cast the Roaming Throne. That is a relief. Parallel Lives. That is nice. This may sound silly, but we're gonna go like this. Tap Reese. Hopefully we get a land. Please give me a land. Suspense. Perfect. Draw a card. Did they disconnect? They might have disconnected. RIP our opponent. Oh, they're back. Nope. Alright, they're alive. We're here. Okay. I thought they had left us. Palantir. That's pretty good. Let's see. How do they scry? One top, one bottom. That. They can draw a card. I don't know if they're intentionally going slow or if they're just having issues, but oh boy. I think we just cultivate. Let's get some lands. Let's feel like we're in a good place to start to do things, but we just need to red, white, green, green. We just need to set up. Sure, we'll level up for 1 mana. Get another token. Draw a card. Perfect. And no attacks. Look at our full hand of things. We'll get rid of the land. Opponent, what are they doing? Oh, look how fast they're playing now. All right, we're in this. They're back. They said, sorry for roping. I was going to the bathroom, but I'm back now, and I'm ready to kick butt. That's what they're saying. Ooh, farewell, getting rid of artifacts would be gnarly. Do we do that? Do we do that? Though, do we just get rid of both creatures and artifacts and then start the rebuild? Maybe. Probably. It's mono red. They won't be able to bounce back as well. Beginning your next end step. So we will take 2. They will Palantir. I'm excited for that to go away. 2 bottom. Sure, we'll risk it. Cool. Sundown Pass. Farewell. Do we attack first? Do creature tokens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. We go here. So artifacts, creatures, graveyards. Done. If I could have swung, I got 1 point of damage in on them, but it's fine. Lightning strike. Oh, see, that was just out of spite. Okay. I mean, we deserve it. All right. Now we rebuild. Raptor comes down. Parallel lives, right? I mean, you gotta. Into the War Leader's Call. Yeah. We just can't die next turn. We could. We're facing mono red, but just think how good this is gonna be. Can you imagine? We have to pay 6. Also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't get another doubler out, unfortunately. We're just gonna kick this. Please don't start roping again. I feel like the first time was like not their fault. If it happens again, I might get suspicious. Ooh, copying. Pick a spell. Okay, well, tons of triggers. Okay, well, let the damage fly, I guess. Trucker, perfect. Marauding Raptor says whenever another creature you control enters, deals damage to it. Okay. Oh, and Moonshaker Cavalry. I believe that finishes it, right? Let's throw down a land first. We'll go for a white source. Sure. Well, let's see if this finishes the game. And we swing. Good game. All right. Oh, Flubs the Fool. I've learned my lesson. Don't mess with Flubs, because you will lose. Opening hand is fine. It's okay. I can probably keep it. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. There we go. They're thinking hard. So Flubs, at least the Flubs I faced was very, like, get all the lands down, post haste, go crazy, all the mana, all the creatures. It was very explosive, so I'm gonna try and keep an eye out for the telltale signs and go from there. We don't have removal in hand, which is quite sad. Okay, well, at least our Cyclonic Rift is gone forever. There's no real bestow target, so we're just gonna send this out as a creature. It'd be nice if we could stick it on something, just because that means that if that thing dies, we still keep our Nantuko, but it's a-okay. We're just trying to get things out as fast as possible, because that's what our deck does. A Wood of Fiddles is actually a nice thing to get. We get 2 land triggers. We'll go for the... Let's go... Stomping Ground. We'll pay 2 life. Get a token, and we'll go for the World Tree. Okay. Pass turn. Feeling alright. I don't think their Flubs will come out for a while. Otherwise, they're just going to have to start discarding their hand. Aetherflux. That's foreboding. Alright. We don't have a double land drop this time. Ooh, I could have done Peregrine first. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. We can go for the song for... We're X is 3. We go for... Let's go for Peregrine Took. Get counters. Pass the turn. No attacks still. Are they a life game build, or are they just like a bunch of small little things? I don't know. We have to keep an eye out for that Aetherflux. This will give things haste as well. So we could probably do a lot of damage next turn. Let's see. Oh boy. They're starting to get carried away though. I'm too focused on me. I need to be focusing on what they're doing. They have 2 mana. They have a Tireless Provisioner on the top. Okay. Oh. Jenny Faye. Oh. So we could turn our rats into like... Oh, okay. Hold on. How do we sequence? Do we go for Jenny and then we just hold back the song till next turn? Or do we go for the song now and just get a bunch of damage in? Let's get this down first. Okay. We get X for 1, 2, 3. X is 4. 3 times 4. I'm going to go for the greedy play. I'm going to get Jenny Faye out first. That draws us a card. And the Phineas, we'll put down a Phineas. With counters. Okay, so Peregrine will swing and you will swing. No, you won't. Well, yeah, you will. 2 attacks. Down to 16. our board stays the way it is, I think we've got this next turn. Flubs comes down into the provisioner. They discard a card. Discard the Underworld Breach. Okay. Tormod's Crypt comes down. They draw a card. And that's it. Okay. Have we got this? Do we got this? We might got this. We're going to create a Hasty Cat because it gets counters. Oh, with Peregrine. Oh, we've got this. I think we've got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see what happens. All right, well, we beat the Flubs, so good game. Okay, welcome to the deck tech. Today we're looking at Baylen the Haymaker. This is a Naya 3 mana commander that says tap 2 untap tokens you control, add 1 mana of any color. Tap 3 untap tokens you control, draw a card. Tap 4 untap tokens you control, put 3/1 counters on Baylen. It gains trample till end of turn. So this is a definitely a payoff in the command zone. You really want your board filled with things before you start utilizing Baylen. So let's see how we go about doing this. So obviously a ton of tokens. I lean primarily towards creature tokens, though there are some things that generate non-creature tokens. You can do either, both work with Baylen. Our first category here we'll get into, these are all our token generators. Usually these either generate more than 1 token or they generate 1 token over and over again. So we have things like Skrillth Hide, Sapperling Migration, Springheart, which is fantastic. Join the Dance, Hop to It, Hordling Outburst, sorry, Peregrine Took. This one's especially good just because you're essentially getting 2 for 1 anytime a token comes in the battlefield. Queen and Alla is a similar effect. Whenever a token comes in, you essentially get another additional token for free. Everything else is pretty typical. Rabble Rousing can just generate a billion tokens depending on how many creatures you're attacking with. Season of the Burrow is just good. Modal, I like it. You can get up to 5 things, which is super good for 5 mana. And then like Tender Shoot, the new Elspeth, which isn't new, but it's new on Arena, just creates +1, creates 3 tokens, which is just super good. And then our big kind of payoffs where we can just pay X and create a bunch of tokens. They're all pretty typical things you'd see in a token deck. This is going to be very similar to a Jetmir build. I actually faced a Jetmir, so you can kind of see them and compare them if you want. Our next category is our token doublers. So things that will essentially just make us have a board full of monsters. Reese Redeem, which is just a great 1-drop because later in the game you can pay 6, double every token you already have on the battlefield. Ocelot Pride, sort of a similar effect. We'll double all the ones that came into the battlefield this turn. And then, like, you know, Anointed Procession, Mondrak, Parallel Lives, O'Hare. You've seen these all. There's nothing new and exciting here as far as these go. Our next category is cards that don't care about tokens per se, but care about having a lot of creatures, and some care about tokens. Just these are good value cards you want to have in a deck like this. Dawn of the New Age is great. It's just a draw on your end step, and usually you can get quite a few counters on this, especially if your board's already filled. Caretaker's Talent is a new card, and I absolutely love it. It draws you whenever a token enters the battlefield. It will create a copy of a token for 1 mana. It's an anthem. This is a very good card. I highly recommend this, especially if you're building it in this specific deck. Halo Fountain is kind of like the one card everyone thinks of when they think of Baylen because it untaps a bunch of your creatures and makes more tokens, and you can even win the game with it. I wasn't able to do it, but if you can, please let me know because I know it's possible. Champion as well is just a great way to get all your creatures in attacking. Again, it gets a counter every time a creature enters. A lot of creatures enter, so usually you can swing and close out a game pretty quick with Champion out. King Darien just protects your tokens, and then Ginny Faye, I love this card, just turns all your what would mostly be 1/1 tokens into 2/2 cats with haste or 3/1 dogs with vigilance. So just a super fun card. This next category is our kind of our anthem / overrun effects. So obviously we have all these tokens. We want to be able to finish out the game. So on the low end, we have things like Intangible Virtue, gives our tokens Vigilance +1. Phineas, which is new and fantastic. It gives all our tokens counters and our bunny. So Baylen also gets incidental value from Phineas. Wedding Announcement, we know this one. Tribute is great because, like I said, a lot of our low-end tokens are 1/1s, so we'll just get a bunch of counters on them. War Leader's Call, Jetmir is kind of our finisher, along with Moonshaker and Elish Norn. These just, usually if you have a board state big enough, it'll just win the game outright. Cathar's Crusade can also fall into that category as well. I don't play this in paper because it's too much to keep track of, but in Arena, it does it for you, so it's always fun to run. The Sarah Redeemer is kind of like a redundant tribute effect. It just puts counters on low power creatures, which is just great because you're turning your 1/1 Saprolings into now 3/3s with Sarah, or I believe, no, it's, yeah, so it's 3/3s with either of them. And then Virtual Loyalty, it creates a token, but then it also just untaps all your tokens at your end step, so you get to draw a bunch of cards with Baylen or do whatever you want with those. Okay, next category, this is our Mana Acceleration. Really small for a deck that has green in it. Usually I run a little bit more, but I wanted to focus more on this side of things. Bird of Paradise, I love that this is in the format now. Into the North, Signet, Cultivate, typical stuff. Back Alley Gardener, if I'm running Naya, I will be running this card. Our removal is actually quite light as well for what I'm going for. Again, I'm just kind of trying to outpace and overrun my opponent. So this is all pretty typical. My protection is just Heroic Intervention, Teferi's Protection, Mantide. You know I love running this card now if I don't have blue in my deck. And our board wipe category. The only thing of note here is I went with By Invitation Only versus probably a quicker 4-mana board wipe. And that's because, as you can see in the gameplay, there's quite often scenarios where you can deal with your opponent's board state and all you really have to do is sacrifice a handful of your kind of low-end tokens. So I think this is a shoo-in board wipe for a go-wide deck like this, and I think this card slept on a little bit. Mana base is pretty typical. I think Kalani is the only thing that creates tokens on ETB, and I believe, let's see, what's right here. Argoth can create bear tokens if you need, but that's it. Oh, Sokenzan, sorry. This creates 2 tokens as well, so that could also be in this category. But that's a list. Let me know what you think about it. I had a lot of fun with this commander. I am starting to work on a paper build for it. It'll probably look very similar to this, but if you built it, let me know if you enjoy it. And if you enjoyed the video, please let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And until then, I will see you in the next video. So, bye-bye.